Well, hello there, gentlemen. The audio was so poor on yesterday's that I thought I would try to uh, see if this worked any better. I'm just tinkering with things. Dex, good to see ya. Devin, hello. Can you guys hear me okay? This is totally impromptu. I find myself alone in the house and thinking about some things that I can try to get done. And this was one of the things I wanted to do, try to figure out why the audio was so bad and test things out a little bit. Using my headset tonight instead of uh, just the computer mic. It's a little rough. You can hear me perfect. Oh, last night was a little rough. Yep, I can't see. For some reason, it's not coming up on the chat on the screen. I don't know why. Devin, you're not at the arena? That looks better. Hey, Captain Shotgun's here. Oh, good. Here it comes. Here it comes up on the screen. Captain Shotgun, we did a live stream last night, and my audio was so poor that I was just kind of testing tonight just to see if the audio was better. Using my headset tonight, I couldn't get it to work last night for some reason, and I was just using the audio on the laptop, and it was not very good. So I'm just kind of testing and practicing and tinkering with the settings and things to try to get it better. So Dex says you can hear perfectly, no big deal. Oh, Devin closed early. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, due to being dead. Okay, whew. I read that wrong for a minute. I thought that someone actually had died. Yeah, it's hard to say, right? And we're getting into summertime. It's probably people want to be outside and do outside things versus pay money to do inside things. I get you. I know the laser tag arena, it's kind of a slow time for them too. Everything's good this evening, Captain Shotgun. Like I said, I find myself home alone and I'd done all the chores that I really wanted to do tonight. So I thought, hey, I could see if I could tinker with the software here to see if I can make it a little better. It's a little quiet, but super clear. Well, I might be able to turn it up a little bit. I don't know. That's the thing, Shotgun. I need a man behind the curtain. I'm gonna turn it up just a couple of clicks. Maybe that's better. I think we're hanging in there. I appreciate you guys just coming to this random stream. Captain Shotgun, I saw the picture you posted in your Jeep wearing your CR Nerf sweatshirt. Uh, Very quickly, AJ turned it into an AI picture of a pink bunny costume. And so um, that was really funny. He loves doing that. I don't know why. Devin, I don't know if Andy's even available. I sent him a text saying that I was going to do this and he might get a notification. And then I texted him again saying, hey, are you free? And he didn't respond. So he might be busy with wife and kids. I have no idea. Oh, Dex, I'm glad. I'm glad. Thank you for having the alert set up. Perfect, perfect. I don't know, Shotgun, if he posted it anywhere or if he just sent it to me. He might have just sent it to me. Well, me and Andy. Isn't that nice? Lovely, lovely, lovely. He's got a whole album of nerfers that he's put into bunny suits. I don't know why he does that. I don't think he's posted it anywhere because it's, not really anybody else's business, I suppose. Well, good. I'm glad you guys have alerts. That makes me feel good. Oh, and Shotgun's messaging Andy, not Andy, AJ. I can't read and talk at the same time. He might answer that. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, AJ loves the AI photo stuff. He just got a knack for it. Yeah, we can send it to you. for sure. Hmm. Probably should have a koozie on that or something. Well, that's fun. Thanks for just jumping on, guys. Appreciate it. Um, Devin, I feel like I had a question for you. Oh, the Delta Pro pump kit. That's not a work write-off, huh? That's too bad. I haven't built a Lenka 2. I have several stringer pistols, and I didn't feel the need for a Lenka 2. I know they're really great. I know they hit hard, and I know that they are more consistent with darts. Like the first stringers that were out, they were pretty picky on the darts that you used, but the newer versions of his blasters, of Lidl's blasters, the Lanka 2 and some of the other ones, they work better. So I haven't built one yet. I may. We'll see. I have, I don't know, three, four, five stringers already, so I didn't really feel the need. Yeah, yeah, I might have to get that. I can't decide if I want the pump kit or if I want the T-pole. Both of them are great. Um, I was checking on printables for like a T-pole, but I didn't see anything on printables or Thingiverse. I want to know what Shotgun's up to. Shotgun, are you? I saw you that picture you posted of you in your Jeep said your summer break is almost over, but summer's just getting started here soon. So I was confused about that. Yeah, no, I've heard nothing but good things about the Lenka too, Devin. Uh, Kevin Shotgun, that'd be amazing if you came in August. I would love that. No pressure. I know it's a long ways. I keep trying to check my schedule and look at things to try to get to see Devin maybe in July, but I just don't think it's going to work out. I keep teasing myself that I'm going to try, but my wife actually has surgery earlier that week, and it's 11 hours away, and I think it's just going to be too much for me to try to fit in. Oh yeah, MXL Master Key of Lidl's. That's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. I got a couple of them. Summer school. Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, I hope that I was gonna say soldering, but it's not soldering. It's welding. I hope the welding's going well. It's soldering, but just bigger, right? I want to know, where did Dex go? Dex, you're not working today, are you? Are you watching while you're at work? You got kind of crazy work hours. Devin, I actually printed off one of those master keys and I sent it to Foam Fighter Dex a couple weeks ago. No, I don't think so. I really want to. I'm going to use up all my vacation time with the family in earlier July. Um, and the budget's not really going to allow it. So it's like I thought, like if I left that Friday night, July 24th, and just drove all night, I could be there, but I'd be dead tired. And then I came home Sunday. I mean, that's seems like a lot. And I'd love to get out to Rag, but that's like October 2nd. I can't do anything extra in October. I kind of talked about that last night. My whole family has their birthdays in October, including me, so it's just a busy time. My kids are both in marching band, and it's a big thing for them and my family, and so we're always busy with the football games and volunteering and stuff. So it's just hard to get away. German exchange student, yes. We are going to do an East Coast trip. We're going to go. I don't know all the details. My wife is the planner. Surprise. But we're going to go up to Niagara Falls and kind of hang out there and go probably through New York and down the East Coast a little bit. And then we're going to come back um, west home. I'm not sure what the route we're taking home yet. But I don't think we're going to get south enough to get around Knoxville. Kevin Shotgun's excited to get out to the workforce. Yes, I'm excited for you too. Trying to make a new video for the hobby. That'd be great. We haven't seen you for a while. It'd be awesome. Yeah, so my daughter was a drum major last year. She'll try it again this year. There shouldn't be any reason why she wouldn't be again this year. And then my son is in the percussion. So he's going to try out, I think, for the quads, maybe. Um, Tenors, sometimes they're called the tenors, but he'll probably be in the pit. Hey, Louie's here. Yeah, Louie, I was telling the guys here that last night the audio was so bad that, oh, my voice turned into a robot. Oh, that's got to be a connectivity issue. If it all of a sudden turned into a robot, it could be that I'm on Wi-Fi now, and it could be just the bad signal. But so anyway, my son might be in the pit. It just depends on what he tries out for and what he gets. So yeah. And my wife actually, she last year she taught. She was like the color guard coach and the flag coach. So we're kind of all in, and I help move equipment and those kinds of things. I hope my voice gets better. I didn't touch anything. I didn't push any buttons. I've just been sitting in the same spot. You guys have seen me here for the last, I don't know, 10, 11 minutes. Oh, one of your employees is drum major. Good, good. Yeah, this high school they usually have three, and so my daughter was one of them, and she probably will be again this next year. Volume is still low tonight. Well, see, that's interesting, Louis, because the other guy said it was okay. Maybe it's you. Maybe you need to turn up your volume, Louis. I could click mine up a little bit. This is good though. I'm glad that I'm having some feedback. You guys can tell me. Let me click it up a little bit more and see if that helps. I don't know. It'd be good if I had someone on the screen with me so I could hear them, and maybe I could get some more information about how everything's working. But now we're in the future. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, who would have thought this is how we'd communicate? I guess Star Trek and Star Wars and all that stuff kind of foreshadowed it. Hopefully, I'm not a loud robot anymore. Yeah, this is unadvertised. It was just spur of the moment. I have no idea. Well, my kids are at the high school musical. My son's just watching, and my daughter's in she's like the prop manager or something. So they're busy tonight. And then my wife went out to go see a friend. So I'm at the house left to my own devices, and I thought I should tinker with the software and see if I can get it to work a little bit better. Because I listened to the show this morning, last night's show, and I was not happy with the audio on that. It was just in and out, and I sat in the same spot the whole night. And I mean, I might have moved a little bit like this or that, but it kind of was coming in and out, and I didn't like it. So I thought I got to figure this out. And here we are. I don't know if Dex is still in the chat. I was kind of hoping he'd comment on his MXL master key, but hopefully it hasn't broken on him. I'm not great at printing yet. I'm still kind of learning. Red Transformers. Watch that Transformer. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Louis. If we're I don't know if you're talking about like the robots or if you're talking about like electrical or maybe something other than that. I certainly remember the 80s cartoon. I love that. And I really liked the first Michael Bay Transformers movie. Um, I think I saw the second one, but I don't think I saw any after that because it seems like they went off the rails. A watch that transforms. Oh, red Transformers watch that transforms. Okay, I think I'm picking up what you're putting down, but I don't know. That seems totally random, Louis. I'm not sure why you brought that up. Did I say something about Transformers? Yeah. Robots in disguise. I do remember the little watches that would like be like a rectangle and then it would, the little arms and legs would come out. Those were cool. I think my favorite of all time was like Shockwave with the little micro cassettes. And they have that Lego set that's kind of on the wish list. But if I'm going to spend $200 on a toy, it's probably going to be a blaster. Captain Shotgun, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Hope you have a good night and a good weekend. Take care, buddy. Decepticons, that's where it's at. It's where the fun is. And the time was showing on the robot's chest. Yep. Devin mentioned Dick Tracy watch. I missed that. I totally missed that if that happened. But I remember the Dick Tracy watch too. That was like a walkie-talkie. Devin, if you said something about Dick Tracy watch, I don't know if that was from last night or if that's something. I'm kind of scrolling back through the chat now to see if I just missed it somewhere, but I don't think I did. Okay. Well, all good things. All good things. I wasn't really planning to be on long, guys. Like I said, I was just kind of testing, but it seems like the audio is kind of okay. Um, I'm gonna go back and watch it and see what I can do different. But I figured out some settings that I started to use my headset last night, and then I couldn't hear Andy, and so then I unplugged the headset and just like forget this. Let's just try to use the regular laptop. And so that was that. And then we lost Andy, so I was crying. He hasn't texted me back yet, so I don't think he's gonna get on. But that's okay. This is fun. You guys want to talk about anything in particular besides Transformers watches and Dick Tracy watches? Excuse me. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. That makes sense. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Was it Get Smart that he had his shoe phone? Remember that? All sorts of foreshadowing for the future. You know, Star Trek with their communicators, and now we all have phones in our pockets. Yeah, I don't wanna hurt anybody's feelings by having another co-host. That's not where I want to be. I don't think there's any replacement for Andy. We are the original Rad Dads. I would want to get that approved before just having someone else in here. Now, if you want to be the guy behind the curtain and run all this so I don't have to think about it. Aha! That's where we're hiring. That's where the need is. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. There's so much going on in the hobby and controversy and drama, and I'm not a fan, but I don't really want to get into that. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to any big events. I'm going to try to have an event in August at the historical village in town because that's a super fun place to play. You nominate Backyard Foam. Well, like he does his own stuff, own streaming and videos, and so he's really good at it. And he would be a great guy to have help with this, but he's got enough on his plate, I think, too, with his couple of kids and all the streaming and stuff that he's doing. He is definitely a rad dad, though, that is for sure. Hard to pick a set of colors that doesn't cross a lot of characters or genres. That's true. It's hard to be original without copycatting something. A lot of people like green and purple for blasters or loadouts or whatnot, and that's kind of been done before. How do you get permission to do a school battle? Um, I don't think you do. I don't know the answer to that. I have played a couple times in a school gym, but that's only because my wife is a teacher and has keys. It wasn't like sanctioned or known about. Um, but in this day and age, they do not let you bring any firearms related things on the school property. And so I don't think that's a possibility. I have done library wars, Devin, and those are amazing. And it's just kind of, I don't know what the right word is. I want to say coincidence, but coincidence isn't the right word. Your friend a principal? Yep, yep. Um, I in my experience, the school gyms are rarely available just because of all the sports and other things that are happening. Sometimes maybe like on a Saturday morning early or a Sunday morning early, it might be a good time. But yeah, if you know somebody, you probably can get in. The library. I've told the story before, but not lately. My son and I were just at one of the smaller libraries in the area, checking out books and whatnot, and we have this running joke where if we go into some place that looks really cool, like I'll turn to him and he'll turn to me and he'll say, "Dad, are you thinking what I'm thinking?" And I'll say, "Yeah, buddy, this would be a great place for a Nerf war." And so we came home and I got on the internet right away, went to the library's website, clicked on their little contact me button on their website, and I said, "My name is Bill. This is what I like to do. I feel like your facility would be a great place to do this. What do you think? Are you interested in having this conversation?" And thankfully, that library has like a youth director and youth activities and youth outreach. And they said, yes, let's please talk about this because this would be a neat way to get more people into the library. And so we've done, I don't know, half dozen, 8 library games now. It's pretty amazing. They buy pizza, and all the kids get to eat pizza. Um, they do pay for me and my buddy Richard to come and host it. It's not very much, but every little bit helps. And we run games for like 3 hours, 2 hours. We run usually about 2 hours, hour and a half after we eat pizza, and just kind of run around the library and do like carpe noodle and hold the hill and clickers and all that kind of stuff. And it's surprisingly been very well attended. And surprisingly, we haven't had any issues. Like nothing's been broken, no one's gotten hurt. And I'm glad that they like us and that they keep asking us to come back. Yeah. Oh yeah. Public library. Yeah. It was closed. The library was closed at the time, but it was a public library. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Right. Cool. Louis, let's not go there. I we're going to get in this whole conversation about kids in schools and uh, effort and disrespect, and I don't want to go there. We do have a bucket. I have to figure out how to use it properly. So, Adam Fowler, my buddy that's in Illinois, the Central Illinois Nerf Group, he made a bucket timer. It's a it's not it's kind of like a 5 gallon bucket. It's a little bit bigger, but it's like a gray trash can. Um, got the timer on the top and the 2 buttons on the top of the lid. Battery goes inside the bucket, and I put a couple bricks in there just to hold it down. And it has 3 game modes, and I only remember the King of the Hill, but we play Hold the Hill. So the team has to hold the button down, and then the timer clicks up how long they're holding the button. And so the team that holds it down the longest wins after usually 8 minutes. Then there's 2 other game modes on that timer, but I honestly just haven't had the time to figure out how to work those other games. I don't even remember what they are, but it is definitely fun. Everyone, every time we've played that game, it's a big hit, and people really love it. People really love it. Devin, one suggestion for you. This last Monday, we had our uh, hobby night Nerf game at the Dragon Slayer Laser Tag Arena. The last game of the night, we played pistols, and almost everyone had crickets, Dart Zone crickets or Adventure Force crickets. A couple of people had an Outlaw, and one kid had a Delta Pro. Um, so that was a little unfair, but many of the adults and several kids had crickets, and they said that was so much fun. So if I was you, I would buy, 2 dozen, 3 dozen crickets, and just have people do a pistols round with crickets or solos or something. That my guys seemed like they had a lot of fun with that. So that's an idea. It was fun, especially crickets are $8 a piece or whatever. It sounds like you're getting quite the relationship with Dart Zone, so maybe they can cut you a deal on some bulk rates. I know you got to get like $300 worth of stuff or $500 worth of stuff for them to work with you on bulk stuff, but maybe you can do that. But definitely the timers, the Franken timers and the buckets, they're a lot of fun. There you go. Bucket of pistols with jolts. Very good. We have done bucket of pistols with hammer shots because I have 20, 25 hammer shots. That was a lot of fun too. And actually done the bucket of pistols game. Uh, Louis, before we had the bucket, we used the chest timer. I have a chest timer, and I don't. Again, that's probably something on my fault. I never really learned how to use it right. Like it didn't have any sound to it. I mean, maybe I could have done more research when I bought one that had sound, but so I would have to watch the timer click down as the kids were playing, and so that was not super convenient. But we did that, and then we used an iPad for a while, um, and that worked pretty good. But the bucket's a lot of fun, and it has lights. It lights up, and you can see like the little LEDs go across that are blue if the blue team's winning, or back to red if the red team's winning. So that's pretty cool. 315s, you bet, you bet. Yeah. So we've tried a couple different things, but this timer's a lot of fun, and it was really kind of Adam to donate it to our club. He doesn't have an active club right now, so he's like, "Here you go, Bill. You can use this." Um, he's got the ability to make them if he needs to make another one, so that's why he thought it'd be something that we could use. Oh, there you go, Prometheus Juggernaut. Very cool. Yeah, that would throw in some variables, wouldn't it? We could try that. I do have a Prometheus. In fact, I have a Prometheus that has been signed by Captain Xavier. And I showed a picture of it to him one time. He said, "Yep, that's my X." When he signs stuff, he just puts a big black X, and he's like, "There's my signature." So he verified that that was in fact his X. So that Prometheus actually just sits on the shelf. I don't really ever use it for anything. But I have a couple of Percy's that we use for games from time to time. Usually, if I have a birthday party, um, I let the at the last game I let the birthday boy use the Percy's, and it's him again or them, could be, it has been a girl before. It could be them against everybody else, and if the birthday kid gets the other players and they're out, but if the players get the birthday kid, then he's got to stand in place and count to 10. Um, so that's always been a lot of fun. Yeah, yeah, some fun ideas. Kern County. Oh, guys, so I got to do something. I either need to stop this or I need to get my charger and plug in my laptop. So you guys want to stick around for a few more minutes? I'm sorry that Mrs. Kern County said that the Sierra Nerf shirt was not proper attire. Oh, yeah, Devin, I have a printer, and I actually do have the hopper. I need to print off a new one, but the hopper broke. Like a kid dropped it and it broke, and I just haven't gotten a new one on there yet. But yeah, I had before I had a printer. My brother-in-law had a printer, and he printed off a couple of the hoppers for me, and so I use them. But usually, I just follow the kid around and I fill up the hopper while he's playing. Well, let me go get my charger, and I'll be right back. All right, hang on. All right. Here we go. All plugged in. Refreshed my beverage. Thanks, Laura, for being on. I'm just actually practicing with the software and making sure the audio works. So you might be going already, but have a good night. Enjoy the time with the family. And we probably need to, you're wearing that Sierra Nerf shirt all the time. We probably need to get you a new one. Getting that all worn out. Excuse me. Maybe we need to get Big Laura like one of those tuxedo shirts. And instead of like a little boutonniere or something, it could be like a Sierra Nerf pin or something. That'd work. That'd be very classy. That might that might be a way to go. Dot 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 dot. What's that about? Well, again, I appreciate you guys being here. What's my fondest memory from a foam dart battle? um, I have a couple, I think. First of all, I really love games at Dragon's Lair when it's like 3-on-3 or like 4-on-4. That space really is nice for that amount of players. Sometimes we have 6-on-6, 7-on-7. That's a little too much. And so if we ever have a night where we have, 18, 19, 20 people, which would be amazing, but we might have to have like three teams and like cycle one out and cycle one in kind of a thing. So I say that last Monday we had, I think we had a few people that were there on time, and so we had like a 3-on-3 game, and it was a lot of fun. That was a really good time. Then we had a few more people come in, and it was more like 5-on-5, I think. Um, so when we have a little bit of smaller group, it's a lot of fun. We did a war last year in August at Usher's Ferry Historical Village. It's like it's an old village with like old houses like in a square, and in the middle there's a gazebo. There's a bunch of outbuildings and stuff, and they just let us play Nerf there. They usually have kids events like during the holidays when they're out of school, like the Wednesday before Thanksgiving or sometimes over spring break, and they'll have kids play. And I went to them, I'm like, well, what if we have adults play? And they're like, yeah, we could do that. So last year we did that. I had a lot of people tell me that was the most fun Nerf battle they had all year. So we're going to do that again this August. And then there was one time we we did that on a Saturday, and then the Sunday morning we were able to go play at Dragon's Lair with the people that came for that event. And I was doing some video with my phone at Dragon's Lair, and I came around a corner, and one of the players shot me when I was recording, and he shot me right in the fellas. And I had made a comment like, "Ah, don't shoot me there." And he just like laughed, and he was so sorry, and he felt really bad, and so we just kind of laughed about it. It didn't hurt or anything, but that was probably my fondest memory. It was funny. It was funny. When first graders run around and not run out of energy after 5 minutes round, they want more. Yeah. Um, I can't say that I've played with a bunch of first graders. Um, I have had some birthday parties, but they're usually a little bit older than that. A little bit older than that. But any game's a good game. I love getting kids off of screens and getting families to play together. That's pretty great. So, Devin, one of my favorite things to do is have kids versus adults. And I usually have to persuade the adults quite a bit because they don't think it's an adult thing. But I encourage them and I explain, no, no, check out these blasters. This is not what you're used to. This is not what you grew up with. Um, I prefer PvP and I prefer CQB. My fondest memories, I shouldn't say fondest memories. I have great memories of playing GoldenEye on Nintendo 64 with my friends. I was pretty good at it. And so I think that has imprinted me on my play style and what I like to do as far as playing. So I really love that we made this relationship with Dragon's Lair. And so player versus player, CQB, that's what I like the most. I've been to Maryland twice. I did the HVZ. That was fun, and the camaraderie is great. It's a lot of walking around, which I wasn't really prepared. I wasn't not prepared for, but I wasn't expecting. You walk a lot, like right at the beginning, um, but it's fun. I wouldn't say anything bad about HVZ. It's fun. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but it is fun. But I enjoy the CQB PvP. I know, Devin. Tell me about it. That is like a dream of mine to have like I'd love to have my own arena with like a shooting area and then like an arena to play and then like a little makerspace modding area. That would be like life dream. But I am risk averse. I don't like to take risks. I don't like to I can't I don't especially financial risks. And so props to you for taking that leap and giving it a try and going for it. That's amazing. Casual PvP without cover and long distance engagement so you can't move or dodge. Yeah, that sounds like that Civil War game, right? Where you have two lines like I don't know 100 feet across from each other, and you everyone fires, and then you take a step forward, and then everyone fires again. What's my go-to 150 blaster? Well, I'm still figuring that out because I have some modified blasters and some 3D printed blasters that I really like that I'm still trying to like get a feel for. My favorite right now, and I've posted the pictures of it and stuff, is the Aeon Pro X with the pump kit. It's small, it's compact. I really like the little SMG style, and so that Aeon Pro, people are like, why don't you just use a Nexus Pro? Well, it's a little longer, and it's not quite as good for CQB, but that kind of small, compact Aeon Pro pump grip, very good, very good. I have a flywheeler, a bruiser, um, and Adam Fowler gave me a bruiser, so that's kind of like a Nightingale, but it's all 3D printed. But it takes Nightingale mags. That's a nice little flywheel, uh, compact blaster. Um, Vector Pros are great. Yep, I do have a MPP that I put in a little PVC barrel, so it's hitting about 140, 150. I like that a lot too. Oh man, Devin, you're killing me with that. Like a lightning would be awesome. I have no need for one. I don't have the budget for one, but they just look like so much fun. And so that maybe someday when they come down in price or if there's a good sale, I'll get one and get a couple batteries and stuff. But I saw that, well, no, you had a video just today about the Venom Pro with the master keys on top and the bottom. That was really cool. But I saw your pictures of your Red Cowl Lightning loadout too. That was really cool. Yeah. So you're right there. Vector Pro, little SMG kits. That's what I like. Big Lore modded me a N1 Sprinter um, for half darts. I ran that on Monday. That was a lot of fun. Um, he also modded a Strife for me. That's a lot of fun. So I have some like modded stuff and 3D printed stuff that I'm trying to use more instead of it just sitting on the wall. Oh, is the pew pew still a lottery thing, or can you just buy them now? Because last time I knew you had to like win the lottery to even have the chance to purchase one. And then they're like pretty expensive, right? Like I couldn't. I think I would want a Diana, a Lightning, or a Pew Pew, but I wouldn't get all of them. I'd just get one of those things someday. Probably when I'm retired and I have more money than I know what to do with. Oh, you bought it from a friend. Even better. Even better. I bet that was a good purchase. I don't care how much you bought it for. It was a good purchase. Yeah, that's fun. I'm pretty sure Xavier has one. I'm pretty sure Maritime has one. I'm pretty sure Xbox has one. They love them. They love them. Trying to think what else I have. As of today, I should have a Vulture in the mail, which should be here on Monday. I I don't like printing hole blasters. Like I don't have the patience, and my printer is in a space where it's not far from my daughter's bedroom, and I don't want to inconvenience her with the noise of the printer. And so I'm not a fan of printing hole blasters. I'll print parts for things, little 4-hour prints, 3-hour prints, whatever. So I didn't want to print a vulture. I didn't want to print off all the parts for vulture. So I asked Adam to print one for me, and I bought the hardware kit, and I gave him some extra money for filament and for shipping and stuff, and so he's built it for me, and it should be he put it in the mail today. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be just a plinker. It probably won't be really. I probably won't use it in a war. Oh yeah, that Rush 40. Yeah. So for we have a hobby night, which is 150 FPS and lower, and then we also have a family night, which is 100 FPS and lower. And so sometimes we use Rival. Some people have Rival blasters for that. Um, Richard and I sometimes use Hyper because stock Hyper is good in the CQB arena. Um, Now I'll have to double. I think I have a Rush 40 still, but I think it's got a K26 in it, so I can't use it for family night because it hits too hard. But the Rush 40 that you're sending, I'm going to probably keep it for family night and put the little hop up. There's a little 3D printed hop up you can get, and that'll be good. It's fun to have such a small compact pistol that holds 40 rounds, right? That's like the best of all possible worlds. And I'm sure you're cut off for 5 years. That's a responsible choice and very reasonable. I do have an Axis Switch Pro, so that's why I got rid of my Vector because that's nice. Um, I'm gonna probably keep that for a long time. I have an MPP. I have I have a big MK3 with the Mega Master Key underneath that. That just kind of sits on the wall. It's kind of too big and bulky to use anywhere. Well, thank you, Devin. Yeah, nobody likes hyper. Nobody likes hyper. And I don't like it outside because you'll never find the ammo again. I don't really like it inside, like plinking at the house because it's going to get under furniture and in corners and you'll never find it again. Sometimes when I plinked with hyper in the house, I would just have 1 or 2 rounds in the hopper because that's all you really need. Just go shoot it once and go pick it up and put it back in and go shoot it again because you didn't want to have too many in there and lose track and lose. But in the Dragon's Lair arena, especially when there's kids and there's many hands to pick up ammo, that's really a nice place to use that. Yeah, works pretty good. So yeah, Hyper's got a bad rap, which I mean makes sense. But in this type of space, it works well. And I think in your space with the black lights, I think it'd be a lot of fun. I don't know if you have, obviously you're not running Hyper because you're sending it to me, but maybe you have a Hyper night. I don't know. I should send you my glow in the dark darts because I don't know if I'll use them. Well, I should wait. Joe Backyard Foam's he's working on a mag adapter that has LEDs in it to light up glow in the dark darts. He might he might have me help him beta test that. Audio still good? Any loud robot noises? I really wasn't planning to do this for this long, but I appreciate you guys being here. Um, that that's a hard question to answer, Devin. Did I send you a good hyper? None of them are really good. They do have a tendency to jam, especially if you get a lot of dirt and dust and gunk in the hoppers. Um, the Rush 40 was one of the first hyper blasters, and it does work okay as long as you're making sure you prime it all the way back and prime it all the way forward. Often you dry fire those because the ammo doesn't always get loaded into the chamber. Um, you have to, with practice, you get better at it. Glow in the dark darts don't do well at all. Are you saying like the glow in the dark part doesn't work, or they don't really work well as far as how darts work? Because I bought some from their worker darts. I don't think you can buy them anymore. I don't remember where I bought them. I know I bought one box, I think, from like Frontline Foam 2 or 3 years ago. I don't, I don't think you can buy them anymore. They don't glow in the arena. Really? They don't light up with black lights? The hyper would. The hyper would just soak that up. Yeah. It would be fun to have. I don't know how to do it really, but we could turn the lights off at Dragon's Lair, but it'd be really hard to really see anything unless we like gave people flashlights. I don't know. We usually have the lights on. Negative Ghost Rider. That pattern is full. All right. Thumbs down on glow in the dark darts at Devin's Arena. So I really feel like I have the best of all possible worlds with Dragon's Lair. Like they maintain the arena, they, take care of all the insurance. We just pay them, so much per player to play there. So it's kind of I don't have any investment, which makes me feel good as far as being risk averse. So it's pretty awesome that they let us play there, and they've like just kind of they just really treated us well, and it's been a really great relationship. I can't say enough good things about the owners. And we bring them in a little bit of money, and we have a cool place to play regularly, which is awesome. Yeah, I'm just kind of brainstorming, Devin, on like ways that you could maybe have more revenue. I know Dragon's Lair, they also have escape rooms. They have a few escape rooms and they have a few party rooms. And sometimes they have like D&D parties where I don't know, the DM comes in and leads the whole campaign, has like ambiance music and like a projector to project pictures on the screen and like walks everyone through it and has like characters already made out on a sheet for people, and people pay whatever it is, $20, $30 for a few hours to come and be part of this D&D campaign that's like a fully immersed uh, experience. I don't know if that would be something that might help. I'm not a huge D&D guy myself, so I don't know a whole lot about it, but their escape rooms are uh, uh, pretty good revenue stream for them, and laser tag does well when they're busy, right? Yeah, this laser tag arena, they had another place a few years ago, and they've been in their new location. It's probably been 3 years. This July, I will have been working with them for 2 years. But if they ever like get to a new building or expand again, maybe I can be part of that. Oh, your year anniversary. Awesome, awesome. You're that DM. Very good. Yeah, trivia night, poker, fundraisers. Yeah, that's awesome. You know what I want to do, and maybe this is something you could think about, is just having like a mod night and just having people come to that space, chat about blasters, bring some tools, open stuff up, tinker. Um, I don't know if that's something you'd be interested in doing or like hosting in your space, and maybe they pay $10 for a table, or maybe they pay $10 for an hour. Um, that's I would love to do that, but it's finding the time, right? Like I already have 2 days out of the month where I'm hosting and leading these games, and then my family's so busy. We think our trend will be the oh yeah, cold months for sure. Yeah, that's when your busy time will be. 100%. I know back in like college, I worked at one of those indoor playground places with the multiple levels and slides and stuff, and winter was always the busier time because parents want their kids to still run around, but it's too flippin' cold to be outside. And so winter was always super busy. And I think that's the same for like the laser tag arenas, the Nerf arenas. Oh, build a blaster. Yeah, good for you. Knoxville is big enough that I'm sure there'd be people that would be into it. I think the hard part is getting the word out there, right? Getting that advertisement out without like having to pay for advertising. Luckily, I've been really blessed to kind of be at the right place at the right time. Um, because, like I said, the Parks and Rec, they had already established some Nerf activities around those holiday times, and I just kind of stepped into that. And then it's kind of who you know. I have a buddy that works at yeah, advertising is expensive for sure, for sure. Word of mouth, we got some new players just from word of mouth. The Facebook and the Instagram and that's kind of stuff. I use Facebook to post pictures and to try to advertise about the local Nerf things happening. Yeah, yeah, there's that. There's that. But yeah, I would love to start like once a month like mod night and Dragon's Lair would let us do it. It's just me finding the time to do it. That's not inconveniencing my family. Because there's not a whole lot of time in between our regular games just to chit chat, right? Just to how you doing, what's new in your life right now. And so I would love to have more of a night where we can chit chat and then tinker while we're doing it. But there's a couple weeks back where I had like Dragon's Lair Nerf, and then I had Library Nerf, and then I did that after prom party, and that was like all within 1 week, and it was a lot. And so I'm happy to have a little breather now. It's not the first time I've heard that, Devin. It's not the first time I've heard that. I know. I know. Unfortunately, it's a hobby, right? It's like not my first priority. Um, and it's kind of hit or miss sometimes. Like I tried to have a couple meetings of people who were interested at the library, a different library, because you could check out like meeting rooms and stuff. So I like lined up a library and I said, hey, if you guys are interested in talking about blasters, trying to tinker and get more involved in organizing, let's come and meet at this time in this place. And the first one, we had like two families show up, and that was pretty great. And we got names and exchanged, all the information. And then I scheduled one for the next month, and then nobody showed up. And I'm like, I don't really have time to do this if no one's going to show up. So that was kind of a crummy thing. And so I just haven't taken that step of, thankfully we got quite a few people now that show up fairly regularly for games. And I bet if I was to say, hey guys, would you be interested in this? Probably get some interest. Yeah. 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 Maybe I should just get off the live stream and like give you a call, Devin. Oh, climb area naturally. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's crazy, Louis, that's that far and you're still in Tennessee. Like Knoxville's 11 hours from me and I'm in Iowa. I just got a message on the Zoom crew chat. I'm not gonna read that now. Anyway, it has been about an hour. That's probably a successful test. We probably should let you guys go. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I do want to get down there, Devin. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Um, just to check it out, just to hang out. That'd be great. I just got to figure out a time to do that. If we weren't taking such a huge trip this summer, I could probably make it happen. But we'll make it happen. You just stay in business. That's all you need to do. Stay in business. We'll make it happen. All right, fellas. Well, listen, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna uh, click end stream and let this software work its magic. This will get posted onto on YouTube, and maybe we can look back and see how it went. Appreciate you guys jumping on for the spontaneous stream. I would love to hang out with Talon X. That'd be great. I'd love to hang out with Devin. That'd be great. Um, yeah, someday we'll make it happen. All right, guys, take care. Have a great weekend, and we'll do this again sometime. Okay. All right. Have a good one.